A follow-up tonight on David Maynard, the Ohio fugitive who led police on a 3-state crime spree that left one man dead and included several hostages. Now, the Lawrence County prosecutor says he should never have been released from prison.
Here's Gil McClanahan with the story tonight.
Why did they release him?
I have no idea. No, that's a question for the parole board. It's a question they should answer.
Lawrence County Prosecutor Brigham Anderson vigorously opposed the early release of David Maynard from prison, even writing to the Ohio Parole Board. He tells us had Maynard still been in prison, the events of last weekend involving a multi-state crime spree where Maynard shot and killed his stepfather, tied a woman up, kidnapped and held hostages in 3 states would have never happened. But Maynard was released in 2019.
Is this a case of I told you so?
It's not I told you so. It's that I knew that this man committed a horrible crime 35 years ago, 33 years ago now. And why would we let him out on the street?
In 1989, Maynard was convicted of aggravated murder and aggravated robbery in Lawrence County in connection with the horrendous murder of Sarah Jane Gianatelli. He was sentenced to 20 years to life, but in 2009, Maynard was convicted of possession of a deadly weapon while under detention and was sentenced to 2 years. Anderson says it was not a local judge who released Maynard, it was the Ohio Parole Board.
People who are violent tend to be violent. And they tend to be violent forever. There are some individuals in our society that we cannot reform.
Maynard's crime spree started at this house across the street on South 3rd Street in Ironton. What has some of those living in this neighborhood upset is the fact that with Maynard's violent crime spree, they didn't know that he was living here.
It was really alarming to find out that he literally lived right across the street from me all this time, and I didn't know.
Tammy Rousey says there should be a violent offender registry for cases like this. Trouble is, Ohio has one, but only law enforcement can access it.
When you let someone out who has his record, I think the citizens of the community should be aware of it.
Anderson says he plans to speak with contacts in the legislature about the issue as people who were part of this multi-state crime spree try and move on with their lives. Gil McClanahan, Eyewitness News.
Anderson praised law enforcement in Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia for how well they worked together to bring the situation to an end.
Thanks for watching. Here's another video from Eyewitness News. And click here to subscribe to our channel to get the latest.